right, so determining the base quantity in percent problems. The base quantity is what's taken as the whole, 100%. Okay, it goes in the where in the fraction. It goes in the what of the fraction, 100% or the whole format. Good. It's actually, I accidentally skipped one here. It's what we've been putting in the denominator of the fraction. It's what we're going to be comparing something else to. So if I was going to compare Brian's free throw percentage from this year to Brian's free throw percentage from last year, okay, if I'm comparing this year to last year, then last year is my base quantity. Okay, so in order to determine the base, these three bullets are going to help us. The first one you already know. Who knows how we could fill in the first blank? Look for the words following percentage what? Isabel?
Percentage of.
Of. Very good. Of is a key word. All right. Also, now we're going to start looking, and word problems are going to start saying things like percentage more than and percentage less than. Okay. And what I want you to think about, and this one is especially important here, is what is the original or starting amount? Original or starting amount. Whatever happens first. So going back to Brian with his free throw percentage. Last year happened first. So hopefully this year his free throw percentage goes up a little bit. All right, and it's greater than 100% of what last year was. Okay? All right, let's look at this next example here. I need a reader, please. Michael Mitchell.
The cost price of a television set is $1,020. It is sold at $900. Express the selling price of the percentage of the cost of the text.
Okay, so we're being asked to express the selling price as there's those keywords, percentage of the cost price. Okay, this is worded kind of funny, but basically, what did it sell for, and what did it originally cost? Okay, so also it's important to note the cost price is the original amount. The cost price is the original amount. All right, so here's how we're going to draw a percent ruler diagram for these types of problems. Okay, so this is the selling price is $900. Okay, and then skip a little bit of space because we're going to be putting something in between here. And then the cost price. What was the cost price, Jana?
$1,200.
$1,200. So what was it? What would be our base quantity here? What would be our base quantity, Michael?
$1,200.
$1,200. And what percent would that be? Base quantity has to be 100%. It also is what happened first. So this percent ruler is what I'm creating in the middle here. We're being asked to find what is the selling price as a percentage of the cost price. All right? And who can help me with that? How are we going to set this up as a fraction? Isabel?
Well, first we'd have to add 1,200 and 900 to find the. Wait, you would do 900.
What's the whole? Help us out, Emma.
Would you do 900 over 1,200?
Okay, we're going to do the selling price over the original price or the cost price. You don't have to have that, but it sometimes helps. So we would put what it sold for over what it originally cost. All right, then what should we do to simplify this, Christopher? Get rid of the zeros, and we know 9/12, so you can tell me what 9/12 equals, Sanji.
3/4.
3/4, and that equals, kids, 75%. Okay, so that's our answer. the selling price is 75% of the original cost or cost price. Now, say I put a big red sign right here on this TV. We've got a Black Friday deal, all right? And it says sale, blank percent off. What would that blank percent be? What would that blank percent be, Brian?
25%?
Good, 25%. How'd you get that?
Well, 100 minus 75 is 25.
Good. Can you notice that this leftover part here that's now gone is 25%? Okay, so just a little extension for you on that one. Cormac.
The usual price of a vacuum cleaner is $150. It is sold for $120. How much is the discount? Express the discount as a percentage of the usual price.
All right, very good. So let's start with how much is the discount. When it says how much, does it mean money or percent? Money or percent? Jana, it means money. Don't ever assume it says it wants percent unless it asks you for percent. Okay? So how much money is the discount? Who can tell me how to find that? Jamie?
You do 150 over, minus 120, and you equals it.
$30 discount. Good. All right. So then it says express the discount as a percentage of the usual price. So this one's a little bit different in how we're going to set it up. All right. We're going to just have, for our first part of our bar model, we're going to have the word discount. And we know we just found out our discount was $30. And this is a great example for your homework today. And then we also need, what's our other bar going to have to be, Isabel?
Right.
Which one?
Sale price?
What are we trying to find?
Usual price, usual.
Usual price. And you can abbreviate. Okay, the usual price, kids, is how much?
$150.
Good. $150. And $150 is what percent, Ananya? What percent is $150? Good, because it's our original price. And we want to know what percent is $30 out of $150. So, how are we going to set it up? Help me out, please, Jana.
You would do 30 over 150.
Okay, good. We're going to put our discount over our usual price, which you don't have to write that if you don't want, but that's fine. $30 over 150. And when we simplify that, what would we get? Emma?
1/5.
1/5. And kids, what percent is that?
100%.
All right. So the discount for the vacuum cleaner is 20%. Okay, wait.
Shimon weighed 40 kilograms last year. She weighs 43 kilograms now. By what percentage Shimon's weight increased?
So we're looking for an increase, and we have no framework like we did last time. But this problem is just like example 2. So what do you think we have to find first? What do you think we have to find first? Marissa.
You have to find out the difference.
The difference. So we have to find that increase first. And how would we find that, Marissa?
You would do 43 minus 40.
Which equals?
3.
Okay, so the difference, that increase is 3 kilograms. Alright, and there's my little bar model for that one. Alright, and then what? And then what else are we gonna, we need to know our base quantity. What is our base quantity, Caleb?
43. Oh, 40.
Which one? 43 or 40? It's tough. How do you know it's 40? You're right.
Because that's the original weight.
This is the original amount, or original weights. So that is important to know that that's what we're looking at here. 40 kilograms. And then we need our percent ruler saying that 40 kilograms is what percent, kids? 100%. And we want to know what is this percent. Alright, how are we going to set this one up? Jana,
You would do 3 kilograms over 40 kilograms.
is it friendly or unfriendly?
Unfriendly.
So then how do we take care of a friendly, unfriendly fraction?
Times 100 over 1.
We want to find 3/40 of 100%. Alright, so we can simplify by dividing out zeros. What else can we do? Christopher?
You can simplify the 4 and the 10 to be 2 and 5.
And when we multiply, what are we going to have?
You have 1500.
15 over 2. We have to remember this is already now in a percent. Once we multiply by this 100%, we now have a percentage. 15 over 2 really simplifies to what? Olivia?
7 and 1/2.
7 and 1/2%. Okay, so you would write your sentence. Shimon's weight increased 7.5%. And then you're on your merry way.